So typical day, players come in the morning, they'll weigh in, they do their wellness, so we can just check body weights, make sure the players are hydrated and ready to perform for the day. We can also check then if their sleep and the general wellness. We also do a daily physical screening just to make sure there's no stiffness and soreness, any injury areas that we kind of want to focus on. And then we lead into our training part of the day, so then we typically be kind of going into our units in the morning, whether you have the forwards units and backs units, and opposite wise we also spend a bit of time in the gym. And then in the afternoon then we'll have our big rugby session.
So we're lucky enough in camp, we have our own chef Andre, and he looks after the boys really well. It makes my job a lot easier. So when they're in camp, they'll have a breakfast, a lunch, an afternoon snack, dinner and a pre-bed snack. And on that, we need to make sure that there's plenty of protein options, plenty of carbohydrate options for the boys to hit their energy demands, good fats. And also as well as we want boys to enjoy their food, so we try and do different theme nights on certain weeks, especially if the boys are in a bubble. Yeah, we need to make sure that's spot on.
My role is to act like as an in-between mainly working with the physical performance, but also working with the medical, so making sure that our training is adequately preparing the players, so how we condition the players, etc., to make sure that we're hitting game intensities, if not higher, and making sure that we're bridging that gap and make sure we're training for the worst case scenarios in games, but then also working with our medical staff to make sure that A, we're preventing injury, but then also B, when we have returned to play players, that we're coming back ready to perform, not just ready to play. The data that we collect, we understand which days are our high days and our low days. Make sure the menus and our nutrition reflect our training load, so make sure on high days the menu is tailored then towards that, and subsequently then for our low days as well. But then what we do is we take that information and we use that then to help inform our training, so from an individualised approach and also from a team perspective as well, to make sure that we're hitting the demands of the game.
So for these boys, supplements are important, whether it's just for general health. We need to make sure the boys' immune systems are strong when they're in camp, because there's 65 of us in a close proximity. We need to make sure their immune systems are in a good shape. But also the S&C boys are big on making changes in camp as well. So we've got brilliant facilities here. We've got a brilliant chef, good food and plenty of it. So if boys need to increase muscle mass, boys want to drop body fat as well, they've got everything they need to want to try and do it. So, you know, we work hard to try and get really good gains in camp as well.